Hello, Assalamu alaikum to Prof. Dr. Luqman Hakim bin Ismail. We are from Group 6. My name is Abdul Nasir Abdullah Muhammad, AF210006. So, our group did a project of assessment of flood issues at Kampung Air Gadek, which is basically in Kampung that located in Malacca State. So, our group members consists of three members Abdulwahab Muhammad Abdurrahman, Muhammad Farhan Irfan bin Nazram, and lastly me, Abdul Nasir Abdullah Muhammad. So, in the content is that we are going to cover in this project presentation today will be introduction, problem statement, objectives, study area. We will discuss on flood causes, methodology, and then we will talk about the results and also conclusion. So let's start with the introduction. Flood by definition refers to the overflow of water by that submerges land which is typically dry, and it's one of the most common natural disasters affecting in Malaysia, often resulting in significant damage to infrastructure, properties, and loss of lives. So typically, Malaysia flood are three types: monsoon floods, mud floods, and also flash floods. So, if you move on to significance of floods in Malaysia, it's actually a recurring problem in Malaysia, especially during the monsoon season. Their significance can be understood through the flow patterns. So, economic impact, they have also social impact, and flood also have environmental impact. So understanding the types and impacts of floods in Malaysia is crucial for developing effective mitigation and adaptation strategies. By addressing the challenges posed by floods, we can work towards minimizing their adverse effects on communities, the economy, and also the environment. Problem statement. So, as we talked about, flooding is a severe issue in Malaysia, particularly during the monsoon season, which runs from April to November. Kampung Air Gadek in Malacca has experienced frequent and devastating flash floods, leading to damage to homes, businesses, and public infrastructure. So, the economic and social consequences of these floods have been significant, prompting the need for a detailed assessment of the factors contributing to the problem. So, in this report, we have three objectives to achieve. Number one, to identify key factors contributing to floods in Malacca. And number two, to propose sustainable flood mitigation strategies. And lastly, to evaluate the effectiveness of the proposed strategies. So let's move on to study area. So this study focuses on Sungai Batan Melaka Basin, which is located near Kampung Air Gadek. The area with an elevation of 28 meters above sea level is prone to flooding due to its proximity to the river and heavy rainfall, particularly in November and December. Urbanization and inadequate drainage systems have further exacerbated the flooding issues in the region. So what really causes the floods in Cambona Rigadak? So it is caused by a combination of natural and human-induced factors. Intense rainfall during the monsoon season leads to the river to overflow, while urban development has reduced natural infiltration and increased surface runoff. Additionally, sediment accumulation in rivers resulting from upstream agricultural activities has further reduced the capacity of waterways to manage high water volumes. So methodology. So firstly, we got the data from digital elevation model (DEM) for floodplain mapping, and then we use satellite imagery and surveys, and we did uh, key The key calculations we used in this report is time of concentration for runoff. And the tools we used include GIS and remote sensing for spatial analysis. So results. Kampung Air Gadek is one of the areas most affected by floods in the Sungai Batan Malacca Basin. Low-lying areas quickly fill with water during heavy rain, and urban areas with hard surfaces make the problem worse by increasing water runoff. The current drainage systems are not strong enough to handle large amounts of water, leading to frequent flash floods. So, to reduce the flooding, the study suggests using green solution like rain gardens and permeable pavements to allow water to soak into the ground. Retention basins can hold extra water upstream, lowering the risk downstream. Community-based systems can also help monitor floods and respond quickly during heavy rain. Upgrading drainage systems and restoring natural floodplains and stricter land use rules are also important. And lastly, early warning systems and further research into better flood solutions are recommended. So if we move on to conclusion, the study shows that flooding is in Kampung Air Gadek happiness because of both natural causes and human actions. Urban development and poor drainage systems have made the problem worse. To fix this, the study suggests using green spaces, water storage areas, and community monitoring. These ideas are practical and can last long time. A mix of engineering, better rules, and involving the community is needed to manage floods effectively in Kampung Architect. So thank you, and that's all.